I feel like we see a lot less of it in business and entrepreneurship, the visualization, as opposed to the fake it part. We're now in this culture where everybody wants to be rich quick. Everybody wants to show the world how successful they are. And people are getting busted left, right, and center. Giving rise to specific accounts who are sick of it. So as a culture, we're so sick of fake success, fake gurus, that we actually have the antithesis, which is now these detectives like the CoffeeZillas, the Baller Busters and whatnot. But what's interesting is I find that in sports, there's a lot less of the faking it, because in sport, you can't hide behind performance. So in the sports world, they have these coaches that work so hard on visualization, whether visualize that you're a champion, visualize yourself walking through with your belts. Conor McGregor being the greatest example of this.
Yeah, even I was watching a couple of episodes of The Ultimate Fighter years ago, right? And as they're training, as they're preparing for the fight, right when the training session is done, the coach says, walk around the ring, walk around the cage with your hands held high. Imagine the crowd cheering, visualize yourself winning this fight. And I think if you can't visualize the end result, then what's the point in doing that? And that's where I think there's a major issue with this whole idea about faking it till you make it. Because there's this idea that if you're faking it, you're just a swindler. You're a con artist. You're just trying to trick people. But I think if you're doing, and that's an external motivation. I think if your motivation is internally, there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with saying, I'm the best. You might not be the best right now, but if you're telling yourself, not chanting it out there, hey, I'm the best, blah, blah, blah. I think that if it's done internally, there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. When it's done externally, there could be some damage because you could be fooling some people. And the interesting thing is that there's a lot of young people watching these social media, these gurus, and believing everything that they're seeing. And then all of a sudden you're going to have this generation of people who realize it's not that easy.
Yeah. And what's interesting, about that, it's almost how you use the mechanics, right? How are you harnessing this? What type of results, what kind of work are you putting together behind the fake it till you make it? As you and I have talked about here, we're using it more inspirational, aspirational, making sure that I believe beyond a reasonable doubt, because I can see it, feel it, it's already happening. I just now got to put in the work. I already believe it. Whereas what we're seeing in the fake it till you make it in terms of marketing, let me just try and drum up the business. Let me try and skip the work and just fake the success, as opposed to faking the journey, faking the finish line. They're faking the success so that they can amplify their image. Much different ways of actually how to make fake it till you make it work for you.